With Hansen identified as the mole, the FBI faced a critical decision: how to apprehend him without jeopardizing their investigation. They knew that Hansen was a meticulous and cautious operative. The FBI decided to conduct a carefully orchestrated sting operation. The operation involved placing Hansen under In the shadowy world of espionage, secrets hold immense power. They are the guardians of national security, the silent warriors against unseen adversaries. Their mission to thwart foreign intelligence services seeking to compromise a nation's secrets. Counterintelligence is the shield that protects a nation from the daggers of espionage. It is the art of deception, the science of detection, and the relentless pursuit of traitors. Counterintelligence agents operate in the shadows, identifying and neutralizing threats to national security. Their work is often shrouded in secrecy, their successes rarely celebrated in public. Foreign intelligence services employ highly trained spies and sophisticated tradecraft to achieve their objectives. The annals of espionage are replete with tales of betrayal. These individuals, driven by ideology or greed, often operate undetected for years. Among the pantheon of spies who have betrayed the United States, one name stands out: Robert Hansen. A former FBI agent, Hansen spent over 2 decades spying for the Soviet Union and later Russia. His betrayal cut deep, shaking the foundations of the intelligence community. Hansen's motivations were complex, a tangled web of ideology and resentment. He harbored a deep-seated hatred for the United States, viewing it as morally corrupt. Driven by this twisted worldview, Hansen offered his services to the KGB in 1979. For over 2 decades, Robert Hansen lived a double life, a life shrouded in secrecy and deception. Outwardly, he was a dedicated FBI agent, a family man in Virginia, who seemed to embody the values of loyalty and patriotism. But beneath this veneer lurked a master spy, a traitor who systematically betrayed his country, selling its secrets to the highest bidder. Hansen's espionage activities were extensive, compromising intelligence sources and methods, and putting countless lives at risk. His betrayal of sensitive information led to the deaths of at least 3 Soviet citizens working for the United States, a tragic consequence of his treachery. He compromised top-secret communication systems, undermining America's ability to gather intelligence and weakening national security. Hansen provided the Soviets with a detailed understanding of U.S. nuclear war plans, a move that could have had catastrophic consequences. His methods were meticulous and calculating, reflecting his deep understanding of counterintelligence tradecraft and his ability to exploit it. He communicated with his Soviet handlers using dead drops and encrypted messages, ensuring that his treachery remained hidden. Hansen operated with extreme caution, always aware of the possibility of surveillance, and taking steps to avoid detection. His ability to evade detection for so long is a testament to his cunning and his skill in the dark arts of espionage. Hansen's treachery left a trail of clues, subtle inconsistencies that formed a mosaic of betrayal. These breadcrumbs, scattered across years of intelligence gathering, eventually led investigators to one of the most damaging espionage cases in American history. The first signs of Hansen's treachery emerged in the 1980s as analysts at the CIA noticed a disturbing trend. Sensitive intelligence operations were being compromised, sources were disappearing, and classified information was falling into Soviet hands. The CIA suspected a mole within the U.S. intelligence community, but the search for the traitor proved elusive. The investigation intensified in the 1990s as the scope of the damage became apparent. The FBI launched a massive investigation, codenamed Operation Hansen. Investigators reviewed years of intelligence reports looking for patterns and clues to identify the mole. They meticulously pieced together fragments of information, cross-referencing data from various sources to build a comprehensive profile of the suspect. The breakthrough came when they intercepted encrypted communications, which provided the final pieces of the puzzle. In 2001, after years of relentless pursuit, Robert Hansen was finally apprehended, bringing an end to one of the darkest chapters in American espionage history. The case of Robert Hansen serves as a stark reminder of the constant vigilance required to protect national security. It underscores the importance of collaboration and diligence in the face of internal threats. the legacy of Operation Hansen continues to shape the strategies and policies of intelligence agencies today. The hunt for the mole within the FBI was a race against time. The FBI, aware of the damage being inflicted, poured enormous resources into the investigation. The pressure on the investigators was immense, their every move scrutinized. The mole had access to highly classified information, complicating the investigation. To maintain secrecy, the FBI assembled a small, highly compartmentalized team of investigators. They worked tirelessly, sifting through data, chasing leads, and conducting surveillance operations. The breakthrough in the Hansen case came in the late 1990s, a period marked by intense scrutiny and internal investigations within the FBI, when the FBI received a crucial tip from a former Russian intelligence officer. This tip was unlike any other, as it contained detailed information that could potentially unmask the mole who had been eluding them for years. This individual provided the FBI with a treasure trove of information, including a tape recording of the mole's voice. The recording was a significant piece of evidence as it captured a clandestine conversation that took place during a covert meeting. The tape recording, made by Russian intelligence during a clandestine meeting with Hansen, was a game-changer. It offered a rare glimpse into the secretive world of espionage and provided a direct link to the mole. It provided investigators with a voice sample to identify the mole through voice recognition software. This technology was cutting edge at the time and allowed the FBI to analyze and compare the voice on the tape with thousands of other samples. The FBI's forensic experts compared the voice on the tape to thousands of voice samples. They meticulously analyzed every nuance and inflection, ensuring that no detail was overlooked in their quest to identify the mole. After weeks of analysis, the FBI got a match. The breakthrough was a moment of triumph for the investigators who had worked tirelessly on the case. The voice on the tape belonged to Robert Hansen, a veteran FBI agent. Hansen had been with the Bureau for over 2 decades, making the revelation even more shocking. The revelation sent shockwaves through the FBI and the intelligence community. The discovery of a mole within their ranks was a sobering reminder of the vulnerabilities that existed even within the most secure organizations. The revelation of Robert Hansen as a Russian mole sent shockwaves through the FBI. How could one of their own betray his country in such a profound way? Hansen's colleagues, many of whom had worked alongside him for years, were left grappling with a mix of emotions. Some felt betrayed, their trust shattered by a man they had considered a friend. Others felt angry, knowing that Hansen's actions had put their lives at risk. The Hansen case raised serious questions about the FBI's internal security procedures. With Hansen identified as the mole, the FBI faced a critical decision: how to apprehend him without jeopardizing their investigation. They knew that Hansen was a meticulous and cautious operative. The FBI decided to conduct a carefully orchestrated sting operation. The operation involved placing Hansen under intense surveillance and intercepting his communications. The FBI created a fictitious Russian handler for Hansen to communicate with. They planted a software program on Hansen's computer to monitor his communications. The FBI's patience and meticulous planning paid off on February 18, 2001. Hansen drove to Foxstone Park in Vienna, Virginia to make a dead drop. He placed a package containing classified information at a prearranged location. As Hansen walked away, FBI agents moved in, swiftly surrounding him and placing him under arrest. Hansen, caught red-handed, offered no resistance. Inside the package, agents found classified documents that Hansen had stolen. The arrest of Robert Hansen sent shockwaves through the intelligence community. The Hansen case became a textbook example of the devastating consequences of espionage. The arrest and conviction of Robert Hansen triggered a wave of soul-searching within the FBI. The Hansen case exposed vulnerabilities in the nation's defenses against espionage. The full extent of the damage caused by Hansen's espionage remains a closely guarded secret. Hansen's betrayal compromised sensitive intelligence sources and methods. In the aftermath, the FBI implemented a series of reforms to strengthen its internal security procedures. These reforms included enhanced background checks, increased use of polygraphs, and the creation of a dedicated counterintelligence division. The case of Robert Hansen serves as a stark reminder of the enduring threat posed by espionage. In an era of rapid technological advancements, the challenges faced by counterintelligence professionals have never been greater. The digital revolution has created new avenues for espionage. The proliferation of open-source intelligence has made it easier for adversaries to gather information. In this complex threat landscape, counterintelligence professionals must constantly adapt their tactics. They must leverage technology, collaborate with partners, and think creatively to counter emerging threats. The fight against espionage is a perpetual one, demanding unwavering vigilance and dedication. The lessons learned from the Hanssen case have served as a catalyst for reform and a reminder of the price of complacency.